Good morning, everyone. We are the Fairmont Nanoscience team representing Fairmont Preparatory Academy. The product we'll be presenting on is BOA. The meat production industry is an industry with a value over $1 trillion, producing around 100 billion pounds of meat every year. However, much of this meat is actually spoiled and thrown away. Specifically, 40% of all food is lost, and a majority of this is in the meat industry. The main reason for all this wastage comes from spoilage during transportation, and this costs the industry around $218 billion annually. Currently, there are no products in the market to solve this issue, but we have a solution.
Our solution, BOA, is a cellulose-based wrap bonded with silver nanoparticles. The nanoparticles act as an antibacterial agent which prevents food spoilage during transport. Currently, there's no product on the market like BOA, meaning that the market is entirely ours. However, we do plan on collaborating with two research centers, Kaunas Technology University in Lithuania and BOA Atomic Research Center in India, because they're working on similar products as us. There are two features that will make BOA successful. It is effective and it is safe. Upon entering the bacterial cell, silver ions go about and selectively kill bacteria in three ways. First, it interferes with the cell's metabolism, which prevents it from producing energy. Second, it alters the structure of the cell's DNA, which stops cell replication and interferes with other critical processes of the cell. Third, it facilitates the production of reactive compounds, which induces stress upon the cell. These three reasons are why nanoparticles are so effective at killing bacteria and why they are used in a wide variety of industrial and medical applications. BOA will help expand the use of nanoparticles to the food industry as well. When there's a new technology in consumer products like silver nanoparticles, the questions about its safety may arise. However, meat wrapped with BOA is completely safe to eat. This is because there's a strong chemical bond between the cellulose and the nanoparticles, which means the nanoparticles will adhere to the wrap and not stick to the meat.
There are 5 steps that BOA must go through from start to finish. In the first step, we will test and verify the science behind our product to test its feasibility, as well as create a prototype. We will create small quantities of our wrap, bonding them with silver nanoparticles. We expect this to take about 6 months. The second step is to develop BOA. We will continue testing BOA's effect on meat, begin small-scale manufacturing, and get FDA approval. Testing the manufacturing process should take around 3 months, and getting FDA approval as well as getting all data needed to test will take about 4 months. Our third step is to take BOA to the market. We plan on marketing to meat producers as well as meat transport companies who would both benefit from using BOA. Our fourth step is to begin large-scale manufacturing and expanding our workplace. We also plan on hiring more chemists and developing a long-term manufacturing contract to produce industrial quantities of BOA. Finally, we will expand the product beyond the meat industry into other consumer applications. We will begin selling in the US and then expand globally. Ryan will now go over the costs of BOA.
To execute our business plan, $1.3 million in funding is needed. Our manufacturing process is separated into 2 different phases. Phase 1 is testing the product feasibility and prototyping. This 20-month process will require $550,000 in funding to hire scientists and rent lab space. Upon receiving FDA approval, we will enter Phase 2, which is mass production. $750,000 will be needed to conduct further testing and marketing. To ensure that our product can enter the market without any delay, we have also included contingency in case if any problem arises.
In conclusion, we believe that BOA will be a successful enterprise for 3 reasons. First, BOA is a unique solution for a massive unmet need within the meat transportation industry, which has a global value of over $150 billion. Despite technological advances in all other parts of the food distribution process, BOA is the first product that addresses the issue of food spoilage during transportation. Second, BOA is a highly attractive product to meat companies who currently lose 40% of their meat and write off $218 billion in profit each year. These companies can incentivize their partners to use BOA when transporting meat, because even when considering the cost of BOA, their profits will greatly increase. Third, we have a knowledgeable and driven management and development team who is committed to the success of BOA. We also have potential opportunities for collaboration with innovation centers developing similar nanosilver-based products. With your funding, we can make this revolution in the food transportation industry, a reality. Thank you for your time.
So you said that the silver is not going to get into the meat because it's going to be bonded to the cellulose network. Could you talk a little bit more about that technology?
Okay, so currently there's a covalent bond between the cellulose and the nanoparticles. And then the nanoparticles will go through a chemical reaction with oxygen in the air, which produces these silver ions, which then will go into the bacteria and perform the 3 tasks.
What is the nature of the covalent bond between the nanoparticles and the cellulose?
Can you please reword your question?
You said there's a covalent bond between the nanoparticles and the cellulose. Mm-hmm. Could you tell me more about the nature of that bonding?
We read this article about like the bonding, but I only really picked up that there's a covalent bond. I didn't really get any more.
Okay. I had one more, but I can't remember what it is now. No, somebody else asked. Oh, I remember.
Can you go to your last slide? That'll work. So I have 2 questions. They are marketing related. Why did you name your company BOA? I think I know, but tell me why you named it BOA.
So we all know the snake, the boa constrictor, which wraps to kill, and that's kind of what we were going for with this product, how it wraps to kill bacteria.
Very good. That's what I thought. So I'm just looking at your corporate logo there in the middle. That looks rather cobra-like. Just pointing it out. Just a thought.
So have you looked into the supply chain of how food is moved around the country and around the world? And so you know which places will do the food, and how did you come to the estimation of how much spoilage there is?
We actually the spoilage we got from articles and other sources. We didn't calculate ourselves. We got them from various readings.
Did you guys look at the unit economics of kind of your wrap in terms of, is it price per per sheet, per yard?
Yes. So right now it takes about 15 cents to make 15 cents to make a square meter of our product, but we're planning on selling it for 75 cents per square meter. And to make it easier to picture, it takes $2 to wrap an entire cow carcasses.
And how does that compare to the current cost?
Right now, there's no product in the market that can, like.
How much is like regular wrap?
How much would regular wrap? How much would it cost to regularly wrap however they're shipping currently?
Well, currently meat is just being transported in refrigerated trucks. They're not actually being wrapped right now, so our product would be an additional cost. But however, one meat carcass, when it's spoiled, it can cost a company hundreds of dollars, but our company only our product is only $3 more compared to the cost of about a couple $100, which is a great benefit to the company.
Okay, so the goal here is to kill bacteria. And so I told you I'm going to ask all the science questions. So I have 2 questions. First off, your product is a surface product. And so is that where you need the silver to be to effectively stop spoilage?
Yes, because the majority of bacteria is on the surface of the meat. Because when it's being transported from the butcher house and everywhere, bacteria in the air just lands on the meat, which is all on the outside. So this contact kills the bacteria on the surface.
Okay, these are all the things I want that I wanted you to say because they're important. So the second thing is there's a lot of different bacteria that are involved in rotting things. Yes. Have you looked at how susceptible all of those different strains of bacteria are to being killed by silver ions?
Mm-hmm. So one of the main families of bacteria is enterobacteria, and one example is Pseudomonas. And we actually did a test in our lab. We got a raw chicken. We put it in we grew the bacteria from the surface. Then we actually synthesized our own nanoparticles and then tested it with the bacteria, and it was successful. So.
regarding the wrapping process, when would that take place in the overall meat shipping?
Okay, so I believe the question was when we would wrap the
Correct.
meat, right? Okay, so right now we're basically, it's from the farm to like the processing plant. That's the area that we're covering. So basically the meat, as soon as you cut it, we're gonna wrap it and then we're gonna put it into the truck, the refrigeration truck.
Because refrigeration only slows the bacterial growth, but our wrap kills it, which gives us a longer shelf life.